Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Off Pitch 74. You have Dianne and Kat here, and we are welcomed by one of our newest players. Would you like to say your name for everyone?
My name is Dominic Oduro. I'm the new player for San Jose at Quakes. Forward, a striker, and I'm happy to be here.
What number are you going to be?
Chose the lucky number 13.
Nice. Well, since I'm going to be missing this weekend's game, I'm going to let Dianne tell you all about it, even though she's doing all my job.
Holding down the fort here this weekend at Avaya Stadium. So we have the Quakes playing this Saturday, August 25th against Vancouver, presented by CEFQ. It'll also be Campbell's Neighborhood Night presented by Wells Fargo. And get here early. We are handing out 5,000 lanyards on behalf of our friends over at CEFQ. So make sure, get here early, fill the stadium, come watch Dom play. And yeah, come cheer on the Quakes as they take on Vancouver.
Cool, so we'll just jump right into it. We'll start bugging you. This is the first time we've ever met you.
Just do it.
So we're just going to bombard you with questions.
Bring it.
You can ask us questions, too.
How you doing?
Great.
Well, maybe we should introduce you, who we're talking to first. Would you like to tell us your name for all of our listeners out there?
Yeah, this is Dominic Oduro with the San Jose at Quakes. I'm glad to be here. The weather is really nice. I can't complain right now. So I'm enjoying myself right now.
Well, good. We're happy to have you here. It's exciting to get to welcome you to San Jose. And it's exciting because, yeah, like Kat mentioned, this is the first time meeting you literally about 5 minutes ago. So happy to have you and honestly just learn all about you.
Yeah, that would be nice. I want to put myself out there, so it's a great way to start.
Cool. Well, how is your time so far in San Jose? How long have you been here now?
I think almost a week.
Almost a week.
So far, it's been really great. Some of the guys are amazing.
What about the other half of the house?
Still getting to know them a little bit. Listen, I'm also happy to be with Wando. You know, he's a legend. I played with him in Houston, so to play with him again right now, it's kind of really fantastic.
Yeah.
So I'm happy to be here. I can't wait.
What were your first impressions? Obviously, you've been here before, like playing and everything, but now that you actually are living here and it's only been about a week, what are your first impressions of just being around?
So first of all, let me say this. I remember when I got traded from Montreal, I'm like, shoot, this is far. It's going to be a long flight. But getting here, like I said, you can't complain about the weather. That is something that is a plus, obviously. I mean, living in Montreal, that was really cold. Mm-hmm. So, I kind of really like the warm weather. Mm-hmm. That is something to look forward to. And then the city itself, I've not been on the West Coast. I've always been playing on the East Coast. So it's really fun for me to have an experience how the West Coast life is and a little bit of the culture and all that. So, like I said, so far it's been great. I'm just trying to find a place to live. Hopefully, I heard Santana Row is the spot. So
you'll have a lot of friends there. I think a lot of people live over there from the team. So
that is the plan. So I'm trying to mingle with the guys. I think chemistry is really key when you go to a new team, and so far they've been great.
Yeah, what is that like when you do get traded to a brand new team and immediately get told, all right, you just got to hop right into it, go into the locker room, play with new players, meet new people.
It's like starting school.
Yeah, it's like starting school, like being on the playground, like who's going to play with me? Like,
I know.
People talk to you.
I mean, first of all, when that happens, immediately you like, you're like, shoot, I got to move. That's one thing. And you start thinking about, how am I going to pack my stuff? What am I taking with me? Stuff like that. You kind of lose it a little bit.
Yeah, make Sean Merns do it.
but once the dust gets settled, you try to calm yourself down. And if you know me, I've done this for a long time. So
8 MLS teams.
8 MLS teams. I don't count New York and Toronto because I was there for months. So technically, I wouldn't really count that, but it is what it is.
So those are your least favorite, is what you're saying, basically.
I'm not saying that yet, but
we'll get to that question.
We'll get to that. I'm just saying. Once you've done this once or twice, it becomes more like a formality. You never get comfortable. I always say that when you go to a team because, at any point in time, a new coach will come in and, you could be on the next team. So I just try as much as possible to have fun wherever I'm at. And right now I'm here, and I'm here to have fun.
Okay. So you're originally from Ghana. Do you mind kind of walking through kind of your soccer journey and experience and how you got to where you are on our very professional podcast?
Yeah.
Highlight of your career here on the Off Pitch 74 podcast.
Yeah, I made it. So back home in Africa, it's all about playing soccer. I think that's the only sports back home that we kind of know. We don't know much about hockey, basketball, anything on the street. all you see is kids rolling anything round. It doesn't matter how hard it is. It could be a rock, whatever. We would just kick it.
Mm-hmm.
So growing up, it was more like the norm. And at some point in time, I was told I was good, which I think is a plus. You want somebody to tell you how good you are doing something.
Right.
And so once that was sort of like told to me, I figured, okay, I might make this, something really good. But my mom, and I always want to thank my mom a lot. She always told me, I don't care what you do, you still got to go to school. So it was more like, okay, when I was sort of in high school, I joined this academy called International Allies. And from there, a coach from VCU came to scout. And apparently he was impressed with my speed. That's what he said. He told me. And he said, okay, we got to find a way to get you to VCU to play and go to school at the same time. So I told my mom about that. And she was like, I'm done with it so far as you still go to school. Mm-hmm. So it was more like the premises of this whole thing. So I told the coach, okay, I can do this, but I still have to stick with school. And he was like, that is the whole plan. So I was scouted playing in high school, and the rest is history. I just got here, and I tried to make the best out of it, and I did.
So yeah, you were known for your speed. What I know, Kat was looking at your Twitter, which is like a little bit further down here on the line, but your Twitter name is
Freaky Fast.
Freaky Fast.
Yeah.
What did you study in school? What was your favorite?
Sociology. So I study people, so I'm kind of studying you guys right now as we talk. So
no pressure.
Yeah.
What have you gathered so far?
Nah, that's too early
not
to
a
tell,
lot.
Man. No.
There's not a lot happening.
I'm always curious when Sam or Jake are talking to you about coming on the podcast, what do they tell you it is?
Yeah, Jake, what did you tell?
Yeah, what did you say? It was more like, we're going to talk about you, soccer, your life, and all that. And it was like, okay, so for us, it's not anything crazy. I'm done to talk about it. You don't want to share too much to the public. You really slowly roll into it. So
you can't show all your cards at once.
No, that was part of the fun.
Obviously, the first thing we heard about you when you were signed, is that you've got a huge affinity for pizza.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Let's just start with that.
Okay.
Where did your love of pizza start?
Does pizza love you?
It started, I remember this, August 2004.
The year was 2004.
Take us back. Tell us.
I came to the States on the 24th of August. I will never forget that. I mean, in Virginia, Richmond, it wasn't really cold, but like, listen, coming from Africa, you're used to like 90 degrees, 100 degrees weather, and it was a little bit, I think it was in the 70s or 80s, and to me it was a little bit chilly, So I was sort of like wearing, I was people wearing t-shirts and I wore a jacket and all that. I was really hungry, and I could not, back home our food is all like starchy food, stuff like that. We're not used to the kind of food over here, and by that I mean American food, burgers, stuff like that. Yeah. Back home, it's a different story. So I could not literally digest any food. And then a friend of mine was like, "Yeah, let's go have pizza." I'm like, "I never had pizza before."
That sounds fun.
And at that time it was Papa John's, and just the smell of it, just like it hit the spot.
So it was love. It was love at first.
Talking about
it was love at first sight.
Love at first sight. It hit the spot, and once I had it, that was it. I just couldn't stop eating pizza. I remember even we had a game in VCU, and I told my coach, I'm like, I can't. We had pasta. I'm like, I don't know what that is. I can't eat that. I want to have pizza. It's like, are you sure? I'm like, listen, if you want me to perform, this is what you got to do.
So we're coming up on like your 14-year anniversy of pizza in just like the next few days.
I know, bro.
Well, congratulations.
Sign me up. Where do I go? Anyway.
We'll celebrate with you. We'll make sure the 24th you get pizzas delivered to the locker room.
Thank you very much.
Write that down.
Jake, write this down.
That would be amazing. Yeah.
We'll make sure Ricky and Mern's.
Favorite kind of pizza?
I like double cheese with bacon.
Oh. What's your least favorite kind of pizza?
Veggie pizza. I'm sorry. Yeah. I'm not a good fan of veggie, so.
That's just a waste of a pizza, in my opinion. Why are you ruining it by putting... Just cheese is fine.
Cheese is fine.
Yeah.
And a sprinkle of pepperoni.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Just sprinkle it.
Yeah.
In our department, we kind of have this weird battle going on of people who like pineapple on their pizza and people who don't like pineapple. Half of people say that it's super good and great. I'm one of the people that thinks it's disgusting.
I think it's bizarre.
Yeah. I think like it messes up the whole taste of it. You just want to feel the cheese and the dough and everything. Like it's more like you having fruit and pizza in your mouth at the same time. It kind of ruin the taste. So.
Well, we'll get along great then.
Yeah.
Good answer.
What was that first flavor that you got?
double cheese.
Double cheese.
Yeah, that was it. And from there, I mean, as time evolved, I found out about bacon, which I was like, okay, this is a good combination. So I just added that to it, and that was it.
Sam's making hand signals at us. I don't know what he's doing.
Try not to tap on the table.
Oh,
Yep.
we forgot to tell you the rules of the podcast. Number 1 rule, don't tap on the table.
I'm new here.
So do it more.
So are
I
we.
have to tell you the beginning, that's my fault.
Sorry.
We
Sam
told
is also
Taylor-
new here.
The last guy we interviewed, Taylor, we told
Yeah.
him don't touch the table, and,
And he was
the
touching
first
it all the
thing
time.
he was like, "All right, let's get started." We're like, "No, stop tapping the table."
Yeah.
But you're doing great. Keep it
Yeah.
up.
Thank you.
Have you expanded your horizons outside of Papa John's? Like, do you have a go-to, like, brand or one that you just absolutely will not
Like a
eat?
store-bought
Like, 2,
brand?
you're just like, that chain is not good.
I can't say it. I love pizza. I would not say that just, in case I'm really hungry and that's the
If
only.
it's there, you'll eat it.
Yeah, if it's there, I'll eat it. Let's put it that way. There's nothing like bad pizza that I can tell you that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No burnt pizza.
Do you do anything on the pizza? Do you put like ranch or
It's a good
peppers,
question.
or it's just
Nah, a little bit of hot sauce sometimes,
Yeah.
just for the kick.
Mhm.
And then that's about it. But like I said, double cheese and a little bit of bacon. That will hit the spot any day.
great?
Will we see the pizza in your hair again?
No, I always try to do it once. All my hairstyle is always one time, and I try to get, I go on Twitter to get people involved. You want that. You want people to like really get involved. And so far it's been great. Even when I wanted a haircut, I tweeted about it, and a lot of people
Yeah, have you
came.
found a new barber? I saw your tweet
Yeah.
about that.
I did. And he's really good right now, so we'll see. I'm yet to do something really nice. I'm letting it groom a little bit, and then I have to do 1 or 2 stuff for home games. So
Oh, good.
I
So
was
it's
just
always
gonna
like a
ask
surprise.
If you had anything planned,
yeah, but I don't kiss and tell, so
right?
Wow.
yeah,
It'll be a surprise. To
it will be a
everybody.
surprise. There you go.
Well, Dianne will match your hairstyle, so
Yeah.
just let her know in advance.
You gonna
Yeah,
do a mohawk? You
Sure.
gonna-
You let me know. Half of this
Don't
is fake
say
anyway,
something
so.
you can't do.
This all comes out anyway, so.
True.
When did the crazy hairstyles start?
Shoot. In Columbus, 2013. And I know, and I have all these dates in my mind because it was more like, it was the genesis of everything. I remember when LA, we had a game against LA Galaxy, and my hair was a mess, and I was like, okay, I need a haircut. And at that time, mohawk was, I don't want to use the word, but mohawk was the hairstyle going on.
Yeah.
Was the thing.
Yeah, it was the thing. So I was like, okay. So I went to the barber shop. I'm like, I just want a mohawk. And then he did that. And then I got bored. I'm like, how about maybe I just put some colors into it? So I did that. And then the fans like really got involved in that. So I went home. And I went back to Africa. And I saw somebody twisting, hers. I'm like, okay, this should be fun. How about instead of a mohawk, we call it a twist hawk? So that
So
happened.
you like created your own
Yeah.
hairstyle, basically.
Sort
Yeah.
of. I mean,
No,
was
you
like-
take the credit
You got
for it.
inspiration.
You did it.
I did. So I saw that. I'm like, okay. I mean, instead of just a mere mohawk with colors, how about we just twist it and see how that will happen? And it started with that, and then it just went crazy with the other designs.
Yeah.
And like I said, fans were just tweeting me, do this, do that. So I tend to do one thing and one thing only. I'll never repeat the same thing. It has to be something new.
I like it. Outside of you, who would you say on our current team right now has the best hair?
Godoy.
Godoy?
Yeah, it's okay.
It's okay.
I like it, yeah. Godoy and Danny. Danny has a cool hairstyle too. So.
I will say, I've said from the beginning, Danny
Yes.
does have some of the
Yeah.
best hair. And it doesn't move when he plays either.
Well, I mean, he put a lot of work into it. Have you seen him in the locker room trying to fix his hair?
I was going to
For
say,
a
It
who
would
game?
be
takes the, who
weird if
takes the
Diane saw him
longest
in
in
the
the
locker
in the locker room?
Danny for sure, 100. 100.
I guess it pays off.
Magnus too. He blow dries his mohawk at halftime.
Oh,
Really?
yeah.
At halftime?
That one too. That is not
Really?
a mohawk. Is that?
What's left of the mohawk?
It's leftovers.
Cool. So going through, I was stalking your social media the other day.
You were stalking my social media?
Stalking your social media.
That's a problem.
just
We
for
needed
this
to study.
podcast. It's,
Yeah.
It's just professional. I saw
Don't
a
believe
lot
her.
of Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah. See, I'm cheesing right now.
Yeah, that's all I had to say, just to get that reaction.
Care
Yeah.
to elaborate?
Listen, everybody has his or her own fantasy about who they think is hot.
Yeah, like your celebrity crush.
Yeah. And I think I saw one of her movies, and I was like, okay, she does it for me, and I think from there it's just been it. A lot of people give me, a whole lot of crap about no, she's not, blah blah blah. I'm like, listen, it is what it is. She does it for me. A lot of people say, well, some other girls say Denzel, which I don't get it. I'm sorry. But like I said, everybody to each his own. And to me, she does it for me. And yeah, I have a crush on her.
If she were to show up here one day with a double cheese pizza with bacon on it, would that just be like dream come true? Like life made? Retire right here and now.
Stop it. That is what I would say right there. I mean, if that happens, oof.
If that happens, San Jose will become your favorite team that you've ever played for.
Hands down. I mean, everybody knows I have a crush on her. I think I've made it known, it's public. And if she happens to show up, I'm going. Let's put it that way.
Jake, are you also writing this down?
I got mental notes.
So playing for 8 different MLS teams.
6.
6, sorry.
Technically.
Don't count the other 2.
Yeah.
It's a pretty vast career. So what has been kind of a highlight for you? What's something that you look back on in your time thus far and think that was a really cool moment or something like that?
I mean, I think you guys all know Dom Kinnear. He was the coach over here. Mm-hmm. When I was in Houston, I think I always say this, he made me better. And I think that was when my journey into me being known in the league started. He kind of really pushed me hard, and Wando can verify this because he was there too. I mean, the soccer wasn't great, but like the work input was something that he really instilled in you, and I will never forget that. And he made sure you work harder, and I think that's when I started really getting known in the league from there. So that is a start in my professional career that I thought I really made it. I was really good at what I was doing, and it was all thanks to playing in Houston.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, out of those 6 teams, least favorite place or city that you've played in?
No disrespect, I would say this, Columbus, because it's more like, I mean, if you've been to Columbus, you know it's kind of a laid-back city, so there's no much fun to do over there. Aside when Ohio State is playing, that is like it's like a church.
Like the town just like comes
out. Everything literally stops, and you have to watch TV. If you don't watch TV, that's a problem.
Yeah.
And so it was. The soccer was good, but the city, and again, I'm talking about the city. I'm not talking about the team or anything. Team. The city itself was a little bit laid back.
And then outside of San Jose, what's been your favorite city to play for or live in?
Montreal.
Montreal.
I'm not saying this because I was there for 4 years almost. It was just, you kind of compare it a little bit to Chicago or New York. There's always life in that city. You can't just walk everywhere, and there's something there to do. There's a lot of tourists coming in, so it was a fun city.
So do you speak French at all? Did you learn any?
Oui.
Oh?
No. Nah. Listen, I can barely speak English, so why do I have to force myself to speak French?
When we did our staff trip to Montreal a couple years back, Dianne and I were really impressed that you would walk in somewhere and they'd greet you in one language, and then they would just immediately be able to switch over once they realized you didn't speak French and started speaking you in perfect English, and it switched to Spanish. But it was a really cool city. I think all of us had more than enough fun there. We were there for a break, but it was really pretty.
It is, and I always try to mess with, when I go to eat, mess with, the waitress, and they come to me, they start speaking French. I would just wait for them to summarize everything. I'd be like, I don't speak French. They have to start all over again just to mess with them. But yeah, I mean,
I'm sure they love that.
Yeah, not really, not all of them. But it is bilingual, or should I say trilingual, whatever. There's all kinds of languages over there. I mean, French obviously is the main language, but most of them speak English. That made it really easy, for me for a transition.
I feel like now on our team, like you can pick up a few different words from a lot of different languages. You have Swedish, you have Spanish, German,
right?
Georgian. Is that the language?
I don't know.
Yes.
Right?
Confirmed. It is the language.
Yeah. Yeah, something like that. Hopefully I will, but I'm going to just stick to English right now because, like I said, I'm not really good at it. I mean, coming from back home, obviously my accent was stronger. And I feel
when
like
you
now,
go back home, do people think you have now an accent? Do
Yeah.
they think that you've
yeah,
lost your accent?
that's a problem. They tell me like I have an accent. I'm like, no, I don't. But then I just realize, okay, I do. So I try to like talk the way they do.
Yeah, you try and lay it on like really thick when you go home.
Or I try not to speak English, just speak my local language.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes you can do so much little. Sometimes you just forget about it and you start going straight to the American English, and people are like, oh my God, like, what are you saying? But
Yeah.
I try to stick. I know a little bit of Spanish, but I can just pass by, just something just to talk here and there to get away with certain things. But that's about it. I'm trying to perfect my English language, if you want to put it that way. So I just want to stick with English.
So closing out, what's one thing that you kind of want our fans, listeners to know about you, what you're bringing to the team?
Yeah, listen, I know it's been really a tough season, and our last game against Toronto, I mean, the support was really amazing. To be honest, I thought maybe I would even see half of the stadium filled up, but like they really showed up. So from me personally, from my experience, I really want to say I appreciate them coming out. I know it's a tough season. But that being said, listen, if you're really passionate about this game, you just come in and support the team and have fun. And I think that's the most important part of being a supporter. And we just want to encourage them to come out as many as they can, support this team. Right now, we're just trying to win games, for the fans. And the little I can bring is just speed and, eating pizza and hopefully winning some games. So that is all that I can ask for right now. And I hope they listen and come Indianapolis.
Yeah,
Good
so
hairstyles.
fans, if you see him out and about, buy him a slice of pizza.
Yeah, say hi. If you see me out, say hi. Welcome me to the city. I mean, I just stay in my hotel room and do nothing. So I might as well just go out and have fun, enjoy the city.
Well, if you don't mind, we would love for you to kind of send us off in your native language. Just give us a little preview of it.
Okay, all right. I will try and do that. All my Ghanaian fans out there, don't really judge me. I will try my best. Medase. Say me baha say majimi atum. I hope say we na mubaba games no na my best support here na my team way akoso the way it's expected. So thank you guys very much. Medamu inase.
That was perfect.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if it wasn't, but it was perfect.
I just said thank you, and I hope they all come out Indianapolis supporters, and
That's great.
that's it.